Good morning. Welcome to Something Saturday. I've got little something to show you today, obviously, because it's Something Saturday. Um, and it's actually a Christmas card that I received from one of my customers, which is absolutely gorgeous. And when I looked at it, I thought, oh, this has possibilities for the rest of the year too. So there we go. I will swap us over and show you what I'm talking about. So here is the card, and as you can see, the Merry is kind of like floating around in the middle of nothingness, although it actually does have some backing to it. And then that's just the inside of it. So I just thought that's so lovely, and it could really be used for names. So I've quickly mocked up one for Sam. So my brother and sister-in-law have actually given the boys some money for Christmas. So I've just realised this, and actually it's Christmas Eve as I speak at the moment. So I thought, oh, I better make sure that I get some cards done. So what I'll be doing with these is I'll probably be stamping Merry Christmas onto it or something like that, and then putting a little message inside from my brother and his wife. So that's the one that I have currently sort of half made up for Sam, and I thought I would quickly show you how I've done it. So I've been using new stuff. These Alphabet a la Mode dies. So they will come out. Oh, great! I've got a fly in with me. They will come out in this mini catalogue, which starts on the 5th of January. And because I'm a demonstrator, I could order them early, but they are really cool because you get, excuse the fact that I've got little lines of green on mine, that was actually deliberate. It just means that I can now see where everything's meant to go, and I've drawn around each one anyway. Would you care to go away, fly? It gives you a couple of A's, and some of the more useful letters it kind of gives you doubles of. So you've got a couple of N's there, a couple of R's, a couple of S's. Oops, this is upside down. And obviously the other way around anyway. A couple of T's. It gives you some random extras just in case you happen to know anyone who lives in a place that uses whatever these sort of letters are called. Can't actually remember what they're called. I know some of them are French. And then it's got your numbers as well as your alphabet, which is fantastic, because occasionally we get dies and then they just have letters or they just have numbers, and you think it would just be so nice if we could coordinate the whole lot together. So yay, go Stampin' Up, they have coordinated. So that is those, and I'm going to pop them away because I've already pre-cut my names out. And I'm going to pop this away too. And I'm going to bring in my cutter. Because, as you can see, there's a bit of a difference in the size of the dies. So you want to measure the size of your die to begin with. And these ones measure at 4 centimetres. So I actually cut this card wrong. So hopefully this time I will cut it right. I had intended to have much more of a gap. And I kind of intended for it just to be sort of like the top and the bottom, but clearly that didn't work this time. I wanted a 3 centimetre gap, which obviously I only have a 2.5 centimetre gap. But that's my aim. So because the dies are 4 centimetres, I want a 3.5 centimetre gap, and they'll just be attaching at the top and the bottom. So grab us out a white card, and if you want your name to be somewhere near the top, then you want to cut it so that the first cut is somewhere near the top. If you want it somewhere near the bottom, then obviously you want to cut it a bit further down and make sure that you still have left the sufficient amount of space underneath it, if that makes sense. So I reckon I'm going to go with this next one a little bit closer to the top. So that is my first cut, and obviously slightly fluffy. Give me a second, I'm just going to run a bit of a... Obviously I need a new cutting blade in this. Oh well, I'll get to that eventually. Then, because I've decided I want my gap to be 3 centimetres, I'm actually going to take the bottom part that I've already cut out of this and cut 3 centimetres out of that. And Oh, it's not so fluffy cutting that way. There you go. Obviously I need to cut down, not up. So then that will give me my 3 centimetre gap. Now, the bit that I did wrong last time when I was making the card with Sam on it is that I actually didn't give myself a big enough piece of window sheeting. I'd cut my window sheeting to 3 to 4 centimetres, thinking I had a centimetre on each side to attach it. And of course, I didn't, because 4 minus 3 only gives me 1 centimetre, which is half a centimetre on each side. So this time I've given myself 5 centimetres so that I've got a centimetre on each side. Hopefully that made a little bit of sense. And I'm using my tear and tape adhesive. So what I'm going to do is add I usually just put my fingernail onto it and tear it off like that, rather than getting my scissors all dirty. And I'm just going to turn this around so I can actually see it from this angle. Here we go. Oops. Okay, didn't manage to put that in the right place. Never mind, it'll still work. So then tear that part off and flip that over. If you're having trouble getting the end of this up, just give it a bit of a buff down with your nail, or with the end of the ruler, or whatever you've got that's a little bit tough, and that should do the job. So next thing is to add this. What I might do is just pop that onto there, because you want it to be straight with your card. So hopefully if I do that, it will be straight. Let's see. Oh, you wouldn't believe it, would you, that obviously this card is slightly longer than 14.8 centimetres, which is what I cut this to. Okay, we can get around this, that's fine. All right, so then the other way that I did it was, then I've added another piece of tear and tape, and I've actually put this directly down onto the end of my, let's see whether I'm actually going to get it in the right place this time, shall we? Onto there, like that. So, as I say, give it a good buff down, and then it should come off there. You can just flap that bit and that bit back onto itself. There we go. And this time I figured it's a lot easier, just make sure that I'm putting it in the right way, to actually line it up with the bottom and the side. Great, I've got a fly actually on my hand now. Bless its little cottons, go away. They just take liberties, these flies, don't they? So now that should give me, it gives me more of a gap there. So who are we going to go with next? I have Ben and I have Josh. So I've got Ben and Josh. Let's see, J O. Let's put the S the right way round, and H. Who am I going to do? Oh my gosh. Where is my gluey mat? Obviously I need to do one for each child. What am I looking for? Glue. That always helps. All right, let's do Josh next. So let's go away, fly. I am not interested in you. So literally all I'm doing is adding, go away, adding the glue to the top and the bottom of this. So then I can just pop it down, and it doesn't end up giving me a lot of gluey bits on the back of the window sheeting. That's why I'm doing it this way. So, oh, and clearly I'm going to end up with heaps of glue on there. Okay, come on, we can do this. J O. Now I'm going to need to rub off the excess glue off my hands. I wonder if I can just pick up the glue from the bottom of that. Oh, gee, this fly's annoying. Oh, go. Obviously, being the only person in here, it's prepared to irritate me. Okay, let's get rid of that. So pop the S down. Oh, S. Okay, get back down. Oh, I'm just wondering whether I'm actually doing this out of the frame. I'm terribly sorry. I'll move it over here and then you'll be able to see it. So we got Joss. And then a little bit onto these guys. A little bit too much glue on that bit there. And there is my H. Huh. So then it leaves me plenty of room underneath there to stamp as well. So I'm going to keep these cards fairly plain and simple because I suspect the boys won't keep them anyway. You know what kids are like, especially boys. But what I will do is I will decorate up the inside a little bit, and I will pop some photos onto my blog. So feel free to go and check out my blog and see how Ben comes out and how I decorate up the rest of it. All right, thank you so much for joining me, and don't forget to come and join me next week. Okay, bye.